Shoutouts to the Red Dreaded Nation for remembering this shit. Blackberry, let's go. Alright, that's it. Wally, you're off the team. You're fucking gone. You're getting away with my bitches. I can't have that on this show.
I know that. Do you though, Wally? Yes.
Okay.
What about my training? What about my speed? I'm Kid Flash. What about the future?
This nigga just pulled a Kids of the Future? Nigga, I'm the future.
An anime club?
Oh yeah, you loved Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know what that is.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I couldn't explain that show to you even if I wanted to, so.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm the future. Red Dreaded Entertainment, what's up guys? My name is Akasan.
Hey, Super Cruise, DC Son.
And welcome to the future. Flash.
Yeah.
Remember that time I did actually predict that the...
Yeah, and it's one of those where it's like, I know he's usually right, I just hope he isn't this time. Only because in the comic books, me going back and reading things, I had just read something way too similar from the New 52.
And there was connections to that. Speaking of which, last week we saw the reveal that Savitar is indeed Barry Allen from the future.
Future Barry.
And in editing, I noticed the one thing you said was the one person I hope it's not is future Barry. So you've had
I just finished reading it again.
Well, you've had a week to deal with it, work with it. What do you think now? Like, how do you feel about it?
I'm not hating the idea. It's just I want this story to have some type of completion.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's dragged on for a while. That and Barry seems somewhat like a sadist. He's been basically beating the crap out of himself, almost killing himself. Future Barry beating up the previous Barry, or our Barry of this time period. It's really harsh. And it's like, yep, I'm going to kill Iris. It's like, wow. What happened to make you just snap?
Well, see, I think that's the most interesting thing about it being future Barry, because he's the last person. Barry is probably the last person you would expect to kill Iris. So that's why I think it's actually really intriguing, and I wish it wasn't just 3 episodes left.
Yeah. Well, I do, because I want the writing and the story to be super strong these last 3 episodes.
My only concern is I don't have confidence enough in the showrunners to make 3 solid episodes. That's my deal.
Well, with every hero and every hero TV show, there's always hope.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that works out. Because for me, cleaning up the story, it coming to somewhat of a resolution, at least within 2.5 episodes, and then the last portion of the final episode being something along the lines of what we're going to look forward to in next season.
Okay.
Or just, it cleans that.
Personally, I feel like it's 3 episodes is really difficult based upon what I've seen with the showrunners. I'm talking about Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, all of them. I feel it's going to be...
They drag it a bit.
Not even drag. I think they're just going to be like clusterfuck it toward the end. Like you're just going to be like, wait, what? What about this one? What about this part? What about that?
Purposely leave us with a string of questions that need to be answered.
But not even
hold this over until the next season, mainly because they haven't themselves come to a clear decision. Right.
Because I feel like that was one of the issues with Zoom. The problem with season 2 was the fact that they didn't really know who Zoom was. They didn't even decide.
Who's gonna?
Yeah,
we haven't cast him.
And so they were just kind of playing it, and even early on in the season, we thought Henry Allen was a dead ringer. You like to fish with bait, so do I. And then in the next episode, you see Henry Allen talking about he went camping and such. And you're like, fuck,
is it really him?
Yeah. And I feel like it was always a missed opportunity here. At least here with this reveal, I feel it is very interesting to see how it's going to happen.
It's interesting.
So.
I just wish it would have happened sooner.
I agree.
Only because there are a few episodes that were lighter than usual, which happens, I understand that. But I would have preferred it to maybe 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, I agree.
And then move on to something else.
Speaking of fun note, here's a fun note. Like you and I were watching season 1 during lunch right now. Just a little clip. I had no idea that Cecile was actually in season 1.
Yeah.
Like I thought she just popped up in this season. She's not memorable.
I remember her, but her parts were somewhat smaller than they are now. And now they're trying to build them up since she's got that new relationship with Joe, which I think is good because Joe's one of my favorite characters, but he's usually left off to the side or cleaning up after everybody else.
Right. Well, you know, it's not called the Joe. Or,
no, it's not. It's not.
The West.
But
sometimes it feels like it. Yeah.
If your side characters aren't strong, you actually lose focus of.
I could see that
the side stories or the hero doesn't seem to have as much value.
I can see that. A good example is season 3 right now of Telltale's The Walking Dead. I really like. Clementine is technically the main character, but she's actually taken a side story. She's a backseat right now, and you're following other people, and it's actually much better this particular way. All right, without further ado, thank you.
No problem.
We've been drinking. Let's go ahead and get into the latest episode of The Flash. This is episode 21. We have 2 more shows to go.
I know. It's
3 more. Technically 3 more, yeah.
It's only 3 more episodes in the season.
And that's it. And I didn't transfer.
Does anyone think that, you know, the season should go up to like 30 episodes?
30? 30 episodes?
Only because, you know, I'm a fiend. I need my shows.
Nah, I'm
30
good.
30 episodes is good.
It's almost like for me with Shingeki no Kyojin, like it's 12 episodes, but every episode has been pretty solid so far. I'd much rather, and even The Walking Dead, it used to be like 2 hours. And it used to be like a 2-hour episode, and people are complaining that it's only an hour and a half. But for me, those 2 hours, most of it was just walking around aimlessly looking for stuff. They've condensed it. I prefer more like Sherlock, a good example as well. 3 episodes.
Well, like BBC. BBC does their shows where it's if you're unlucky, it's 45 minutes. Usually, it's about an hour to an hour and a half. I like that because it feels like you're watching a mini movie or a TV movie for each episode.
All right, here we go. The latest episode of The Flash starts now. Ta-da. Okay. I forgot to transfer it over.
It's still recording, just letting you know.
Oh. Oh, shit.
It's think like they fixed that tab? In a mirror. Well, not quite. You want to know what you are? You're a time remnant. A temporal duplicate. Created when you run back in time and meet yourself. You brought a remnant to life last year to defeat Zoom. Your duplicate died, saving the multiverse, and you continued your happy little life. And it would have stayed that way. But then you decided to play God. You created Flashpoint. My future self told me that he created time remnants to stop you. That you slaughtered them all. All but one. Me. I lived. But a funny thing happened when I did. You, Joe, Wally, Cisco. You all shunned me because I wasn't the true Barry Allen. I was an aberration. A disposable hero.
Wow.
Future you failed to mention that, didn't he? And that's when I realized the truth, Barry. God feels no pain. All I had to do was become one. What happens if I kill myself? If I die, then you'll never be created. See, that's the thing about time travel, Barry. The more you do it, the less the rules apply to you. You're gonna die right here. I forgot to tell you. My suit's colder than yours.
Ooh. Nice, Barry.
Nice. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Shit.
That's cool.
It's gonna be hard explaining that one. So, Team Flash, I just beat myself.
That doesn't make any sense. Which came first? Saboteur or Time Remnant?
Chicken and
It's a closed loop. No beginning, no end. It's just one endless cycle.
Classic chicken and the egg scenario, I think, Jay.
A time remnant, it's like a duplicate of yours. He has your feelings, your memories. Why would you want to kill Iris?
Because secretly I want to. Barry, do you really want to kill me?
Broken.
I know it's not you.
Pardon, miss. I just came up with the best idea ever. Either that or it's the worst idea ever. It's a minimal procedure. It'll still be the same Barry you know and love, except he just won't be able to retain the new information.
There's two types of memory, Alan. Short-term and long-term. The long-term's for
That's the worst idea
This
ever.
is my prison.
Barry, what do you think?
It's like, I might as well just kill myself.
Yeah.
It still won't work.
Let's do it. You won't feel a thing.
Yeah. Next episode on The Flash.
Ready?
Fastest man alive. You're gonna fry his fucking brain.
Okay, that should do it. Who's Barry?
Told you so.
Not fine.
Marked his entire
Who are all of you?
Yeah, we didn't need this plot point. Damn it.
Barry, stay calm.
Who's Barry? Cisco.
Slate miscalculation.
Slight wouldn't be a word I'd use.
Where the hell am I?
Is this a dentist office?
No, this is
So about those 3 episodes left.
Bartholomew Henry Allen. That's not a good name.
Look,
Are you
Barry.
sure I don't go by Bart? Bart feels more natural to me.
I got it.
Can we go with Bart? Bart's kind of cool. Okay.
Wally, stay with him, okay?
In a sense, it's not that
So how do we know each other?
for the plan.
Oh, I'm your brother.
Okay, that was funny.
Build a device to trap Saboteur in the Speed Force. The
Accelerated matter microgenerator projectile. I know it. Not time.
There's always time.
Because sometimes to move forward, you have to take a step
I really don't
back.
like this team. I am not on board with this ship.
Shake a little, Charlotte. Shake a little,
You?
Charlotte.
I am if it sails
my
to
gosh.
another location.
The tension. Think of something that calms you.
On the next Legends of Tomorrow.
Right?
Yes.
That isn't until Flash here stopped him.
What's Flash?
What is the problem? Barry was the CSI on the case, so I need him to testify in order to hold Coolidge over for trial.
I said no.
Are we planning a wedding? Like, have we sent out wedding invitations or picked a honeymoon destination?
I'm gonna get stabbed by you from the
Actually,
future.
I've been a little busy lately.
Oh, that sounds great. Do we have sandwiches?
Yeah.
Anybody home?
Who are you?
Ah.
Racist memory too.
Oh, it kind of worked then.
An anime club?
Oh yeah, you loved Dragon Ball Z.
Oh. Drop the
Yeah,
ball.
I couldn't
Thank
explain
you.
that show to you even if I wanted to. So
Okay.
sorry.
But even I can see how wrong that look was.
What's wrong with
Visual terrorism. I won't look at it anymore.
Is that when he was on Glee?
You're so different. You're so light.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's like you're
No
not
burdens.
carrying the weight of the world on your
Right.
shoulders.
So, what? I was like brooding all the time before.
Is that an Oliver impression?
That was pretty good.
That's a pretty good
I don't know,
album.
it's just
This reminds me of my relationship.
Oh, this is so cool.
Well, I'm so glad you enjoy testifying, but please just answer the question.
Of course.
Mr. Allen, are you all right?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm fine. I just, I was getting high.
The sweat's gonna
what
fry
else
him.
is unique?
Yes, because.
It sure is for more than just him.
No. Again.
I
Whoa!
don't have my speed.
What?
Not anymore. And I know why. If you want to fix this and help Barry, you are gonna do exactly as I say.
Wait, what?
They died. It was unexpected, but they died peacefully. That's why you came to live with Joe.
No, they didn't. Iris is the only.
Iris is the trigger that gave him his powers. His memories are coming back.
What just happened to me?
Ha! He got turned on in a flash.
Sure, yeah. Are you like a supervillain? Just asking. Okay.
How did this happen? Savitar loses his memory and he doesn't go along with the plan to get Wally powers.
Cause and effect.
Ah.
There's still a lot of villains in this city, and no Flashes to protect you. Is that really a chance you're willing to take?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Get the CCPD.
I'm still here.
Here you are.
Because when you left, I stayed.
We gotta talk about the elephant in the room.
I think the biggest problem I'm having is the fact that
Understand what
they're
I'm saying?
I totally understand.
juggling 3 different relationships in
Continue-
one
that's not
episode.
it. It's the chemistry of the pairings.
Okay.
That's awkward.
They're both corny.
The only
If
thing
they have
I'm gonna be thinking about
less
is how I
dialogue,
can
it'll
best
probably have more
inspire that
impact.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But you know who I'd like to see to have somebody? Cisco.
I like to just see a story about a man that can run fast.
I'm modified
And a little
hiding
less
behind
of
the
this.
Oh, they have it in season 1.
Think about all the memories I cherish most, and you're in every single one of them, Caitlin.
Oh, that's so sweet. And she freezes his hands off.
Freezes balls.
See yourself.
Nice job, Cisco.
Do you think he'll actually be faster because he'll
I
have
haven't
less
seen him
worries
this
because
happy
he
in a
has less
long time.
memories?
No.
No?
Try ever.
You don't want his memory restored, do you?
Nope.
Hey, isn't that the same backpack that Torch used or Firefly used in Gotham?
Firefly!
Eyewitnesses say the man who set fire to the offices is none other than Lucius Coolidge, aka Heat Monster.
Same Killer Frost.
This feels more like season 1.
It does, actually. And I like it. And I think that's the same building as season
Nice.
1.
I found you crying alone. And I knew I had to go to you. I sat next to you and you put your head in my lap and I held you while you cried. And I didn't know it then, but now looking back, I realized that that was the night that we fell in love. That was
I'm leaving that alone.
Yeah, okay, it was good till
It's
they
meant to
got
be
bad.
heartfelt. I understand.
I remember.
I remember.
Oh shit.
I remember everything.
Put it out.
I don't think I can put this fire out. You don't have to.
Oh shit!
Nice,
Oh.
Wally.
Okay, I thought it was Sabotage.
No. I like that. That's awesome.
I will find you a cure.
Nah, I'm good, G.
She's like, no.
Caitlin, I love you.
Yep, freezing to death.
I don't love you, Julian. I never did.
Ha! That's cold. Nice.
I never loved any of you.
Oh, damn, that's colder.
They let her walk out.
What?
Her powers
Oh.
are going in and out.
That's cool.
We need, by my calculations, 3.86 terajoules of energy.
I'm guessing that's more energy than in AAA battery.
Yes. That's more energy than in the sun.
Guys, where are we gonna find something like that?
Speed Force.
The fuck? It's the alien? The Dominators?
King Shark.
What? What the fuck was that shit? Whoa, what did I miss? What a twist!
Is that what was supposed to be used on King Shark to make him revert back to human form by his wife, but never got used?
So there you have it. That was the latest episode of The Flash. It was kind of awkward, a little weird, and I think only because the only reason I was a bit concerned, and maybe you the same way, is we were just talking about how there's only 3 episodes left.
Yep.
Now we're on 2 episodes. That's it. So we have 2 episodes, but it feels like we're the way the story is carrying right now, it feels like they still have like 10 episodes left, or at least 5 episodes. So we're trying to get to like the end game here, but they seem like they went with some very strange turn. I was not happy about the whole memory swipe thing, but I admit that as time went by, it did get better to actually see a happy Barry.
It did. It felt like, I mentioned earlier, it felt like season 1 Barry.
Yeah.
You know, he was lighter. There was less tragedy. Given, yes, he was, you know, suffering the loss of his mom, but he didn't remember that in this episode,
Right.
so it was nice. I liked seeing him like that because every other episode, like he's joking, he's brooding the whole time.
Right, that was funny.
It was funny. I like that.
It also reminded me a lot of one of my favorite, and I think by far almost everybody's favorite, Batman the Animated Series episodes, Per Chance to a Dream. And this is the one where, actually I'm pretty sure that was somewhat a nod to it, because if I remember correctly, it wasn't a dream, it was the Mad Hatter. Had something on his brain, if I remember correctly. The Mad Hatter had something on Batman's brain, and he created this dream fantasy, similar, not really Flashpoint, but basically to the point where Bruce Wayne and Batman were similar. But exactly. They were removed from each other, and you just saw your hero without the baggage, and it was interesting to see that with Barry Allen, to see him happy and such. And that was even a nice callback to a nice flashback we didn't know about with Iris and Barry as children and such. Yes. So I thought that was actually a really good scene. That line about falling in love, that was like you said, you know what they were doing. Yeah, they were trying to do it. Just kind of
a little young.
Yeah, a little young there. But it was still a really nice, touching scene. I thought like that kind of reminded me of very Kingdom Hearts-ish style. Sora and whatever the girl's name is.
Yep.
Yeah, but basically, you know, this whole thing about childhood innocence type of thing. Nothing with love, but, you know, the children's love, or just the love of a human, of one soul to another. I thought that was nice. It just, at the same time, I also felt the whole Savitar thing distracted.
Took a side turn or a side note a little too far down the road. Like, it was too far removed.
Yeah, I think so.
I understand the fact it was hard to understand at first. It's like, wait a second, why doesn't Wally have his powers? But of course, yes, because the memories being gone, Savitar doesn't help him get his powers.
It made sense, yeah.
That made sense. It's like, okay, cool. So some of the little things that people kind of worried about, or tend to forget. Also, they made sure that they either reminded us or they cleaned up those little things, even through dialogue, within the first like 10-15 minutes.
It worked.
So I was happy with that.
I think the biggest issue, though, this wasn't a bad episode at all, but I think what is happening recently with The Flash, latest episodes, is the fact that it starts strong with a big reveal or something. The whole Savitar thing is being built, but then it completely detracts into something else, and you're like, wait, I still want to know more about Savitar and this time remnant and what the hell, like, I guess, I'm assuming now the scar.
That's the one that we were watching when they showed the flashback, and they're showing both Barrys running next to each other, and one of them basically burns to death. That's the one that survives.
No, but that's
because if you look at it, it's on the exact same side of his face.
But I thought that was the Zoom. That was the time remnant that he created with Zoom.
But he created 2.
What? No.
He created 2, and one of them died. So basically, all of them that he had and that he had created perished. No, but one was partially burned, but instead of going as far as it was supposed to do and kill itself, it didn't. That's why he survived.
No. What, from my understanding, is Future Barry mentions the fact that you've done it before. Right. They flash back to season 2 where Barry created the time remnant and to defeat Zoom, and then that one dies. That one's gone, and then he just said,
it's not the one that we were watching burning up.
No, that was a different deal. That was my understanding is that they're just flashing back. They showed an example that Barry has created time remnants before. Then later, he creates a bunch of different time remnants. Savitar kills everyone except one of them. And I think that one is the scarred one. He fucks him up, but he lets him live.
Okay.
Like that.
So that's my misunderstanding, because I was actually looking at it as he's the one that was burning and survived the ordeal.
No, because if that was the case, Zoom would have gotten away with everything, basically. Like that. My understanding there is that he got fucked up, and basically they pulled a Ben Reilly-ish. Ben Reilly, Clone Wars, all that.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's clone.
Not really.
They basically like Peter Parker, exactly like Peter Parker, but he gets shunned, basically, and he has to live this kind of like renegade Spider Peter Parker life, basically. And so I'm assuming that's exactly what happened. So he walks around with a scar the entire time, but he gets shunned, and then he decides to become Savitar after that. Like,
it's sad. It's sad because it's basically giving us the broken hero.
Here's the interesting thing, though, and I suppose. Should I make that the question of the video? No. But I suppose one of the questions would be is like, is it really understandable? Like, is it really like believable that this Team Flash, as we know, would shun another human being? Like, yes, he looks like Barry. Yes, he is Barry, but not really. But are they really gonna just let him be like?
I don't.
It's not believable to me.
It's a bit. It's a difficult pill to swallow on that one because, like you, I don't see our team being like, well, you're not our Barry. So yeah, no.
That doesn't make sense because let's look at it the other way.
Because even now they're still trying to convince Caitlin to come back.
But not even now. Let's look at this. They've accepted 2 versions of Henry Wells. You know, who is in all other cases Eobard Thawne, right? Yeah. They got that. They've accepted. This one was reversed, but Jay Garrett.
Yeah.
They've dealt with the different multiverses. It's really hard for me to believe that they would.
It's like going through all that. Why would they just be like, yeah, we can't accept you because they've been through so much? No, it's a bit weak.
So that's a weird one on that one. Yeah,
it feels like there's more to that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, let's say they were like, "Hey, you're not our Barry. Something's up. Explain yourself." And just out of anger, maybe he hurts or kills one of them. Oh, okay, now I see. But you're not our Barry. Maybe I can see that, but otherwise,
that's an idea. That's a fairly maybe that will play out later in future episodes. It's like, no, Team Flash didn't shun you. You're just a fucking dick. Because Barry, our Barry, present day Barry, does explain in some sense,
and they even got a dark side too.
Right, and they've also mentioned the fact that the Captain Kirk Star Trek. Situation, like they've mentioned that it's a part of him, and sometimes when these things get split off, it goes in a different direction, basically.
Which is a point that gets used in comic books a lot, whether it be DC, Marvel, or independent, where they'll have a hero or even a villain, and they'll literally take them and split them, and they end up having a separate conscious, and that separate conscious is always the alter ego of the alter ego.
And they've had that in the Flash previously with the original Zoom being a Black Cloud type of deal. So that might be the case for the way the season might wrap up. That would kind of suck if that's the end game, basically.
Or if Jay Garrett comes and basically, backhands Savitar and it's like, you're coming with me, goes back to Speed Force.
That's an
case
idea.
Closed.
That's an idea.
And it's and I'm only saying that because I actually miss seeing him.
I wonder actually. Well,
that would be a great way to bring him back.
He is trapped in the Speed Force as well. Another thing is
why could switch places.
Maybe that's how it works. Probably that might be exactly.
Because remember, one has to stay.
Right. So that might be how it works. Yeah. That might be exactly how it works. Give us Jay back. It is kind of interesting. Like, why didn't they if they knew where Caitlin found them, of course, nobody ever thought to go find
Savitar and Caitlin.
Right. I'd say, let's put them in a trap right now. Let's but
it's just whatever. It's just like the question everyone had, why didn't they consult Gideon at any time, and the producers had to go back and say, hey, look, it's because in this timeline it doesn't exist at this point. Okay, cool.
There you go. Let's go ahead and move on to the question of the video.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, basically, we have 2 more episodes left. This is it. I know that there was a sizzle reel that did come out for The Flash, but as I was kind of expecting, or as I suspect, with only 3 episodes, you probably
will have too much in there.
Yeah, everything's going to be already explained, basically. Yeah. Almost everything will be explained, and everything's just going to come together with that final episode. I'd rather be surprised, but I want to know from you guys...
Without spoilers.
Yes. What do you guys, how do you feel about the direction with 2 more episodes left? Do you feel like everything's going to be covered brilliantly? Do you feel like the writers are kind of writing themselves into a corner here? Or are we going to get, like I said earlier, is this like clusterfuck of stuff being dropped on? Or is it going to just fall flat, with this season? Like, be like, oh wait, that's it? You beat him with the power of love? Like, you know?
Or do you feel like the way that they're writing, they're making us feel like there's so much ground to cover, but they're doing it on purpose as a huge misdirect? Because that's the only other thing I'm hoping.
But I'm also concerned because they introduced a new villain, for them old, but a new villain out of nowhere, and now we're about to get King Shark again I didn't understand what the hell that device.
I gotta go back and look at previous episodes, see if there's anything tied to it. But King Shark being there, for me, it's not like it's a massive reveal, and it's not like he's some super almighty powerful character, but he is a good distraction from the main theme.
Yeah, no, he's very entertaining. When he's in the show, he's very interesting. So I'm happy to see him back. I just worry that that's the second to last episode, and it's like, man, like.
Do you think it's another Philosopher's Stone?
No, would it be? It didn't look like that.
Was
it a nuke?
No. That gem, it could be a Philosopher's Stone.
I thought it was the Dominators for a second.
Another time?
I don't know. Very strange. Alright guys, well that's it. Make sure you guys subscribe to DC Sun at the same time.
Yes, please.
Always interesting stuff. On top of that, if you guys want to see these reactions early, just a little bit earlier, so make sure you check out my Patreon as well. There's even a tier where you can get these awesome Japanese mini poster flyers type of stuff straight from Japan, from me to you and such. But if you just want to get early access and behind the scenes conversations, other stuff like that, we have a $5 tier for you to be part of, even right now, even probably some of you are watching this right now as we say. Okay?
Oh, one more.
No.
Also, if you're going to be in Kyoto between the 20th and
Who isn't?
21st, I will see you at Bit Summit. I'll be there promoting a new game that my character is featured in called Tiny Metal. It will be on the platforms of PlayStation, PC, and Switch. This will be the first time to actually let people see a little bit about the game. We'll be promoting it at other venues throughout the year up until its release. But for the first time, you'll be able to see it on May 20th and 21st at Bit Summit. So if you're there, see you soon.
Cool. Without that, we'll see you next week in a flash.
Keep it super.
Peace.